Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's new makeup releases. We are going to chat about new makeup that's been released, announced and sneak peeked. I'm going to let you know whether or not I want to pick any of this up, and then you let me know down in the comments whether or not you're interested in any of these releases. Some of these releases, I have questions. And I demand it. It's not that bad, but like it's borderline that bad. And I did film this makeup look. I was feeling like a bold lip today, so this actually is just a shot to get ready with me. It's coming up either next week or the week after. I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to enjoy the summertime, so my planning has been a little bit all over the place if I'm gonna be honest, but I'm enjoying it. I'm wearing the, oh my god, my hair is a little all over the place as well. I'm wearing the Juvia's Place Culture 2 and the Natasha Denona liquid lipstick. Babe! How are you? How are you? Come and show everyone how pretty you are. Oh! Oh, we're gliding away. You're very sweet. Did you just wake up? Did you just wake up? Okay, and off he goes. So we're gonna talk about some new makeup, and there are some things where I'm like, I did raise an eyebrow. I do have some Botox, but I can still somewhat raise an eyebrow when I saw a couple of these releases, because I was like, really? We're doing this now? So I am gonna scoochie and my hair got even more messy after cuddling my doggo. I'm gonna scoochie so that we can put up some pictures because we need to chat. Okay, I hope that this is okay. We need to talk about the Pat McGrath palette. Pat McGrath is putting up another, these are called the Mothership palettes, right? Let me see the actual name for this one. This is the Mothership, it says 11, is that correct? Is that correct? Is it 11? Sunlit Seduction is going to be $128. She's also releasing a eyeshadow primer. I could be about trying that one, but I think I need to swatch it. I want to see what kind of consistency it is, but I put on my Instagram story when she was putting up the sneak peek about this one, I said, if this is another pink and gold palette, I'm gonna riot. It's another pink and gold palette, so I don't know about you, but I am getting my pitchforks out of storage. I am trying to see where to form this riot, because are they trolling us? They're trolling us, right? I was contemplating how far is it until April 1st? It's too far for this to be a joke, but surely by now they have realized that people are catching on. That every one of their palettes is I want to say a version, but is it even a version? But it is somewhat a version of a mauvey, pinky, brownie, goldy, rose goldy situation. And this is that too. And I truly at this point cannot tell them apart. Are we even sure that these are new shades? And I know there's other brands that they will use some shades in other palettes. I know that think Natasha Denona does it. I'm pretty sure there are other brands as well. They'll release different palettes. Tarte does it. They will release a big version and a small version. But with Pat McGrath, it's all the palettes are in the same color story, and they really are just a one-trick pony. And when I was in Vegas last week with Samantha, and we were going to Cosmoprof, we also did, of course, sneak into Sephora, and we were looking at the new blushes from Pat McGrath. And truly, the packaging was the dinkiest of plastics ever. And I don't want to say I'm worried, because I'm not worried. I think this is $1 billion company, but it's where are we at right now with pushing the boundaries and moving it forward? Because Pat McGrath has a legacy. She is a world-renowned makeup artist, and her legacy is pushing the boundaries, doing innovative and fun and cool and trendy makeup, and her brand just is anything but that right now. It is so consumer friendly, wearable, that they're starting to look too similar, and I don't get it. What was the point of this palette? It is so similar to everything else that she has released from before. And also, they had a sneak peek that was a super cool, like, I'm gonna describe a mythical creature to you. No, a horse. Yeah. The horse? Wow. It was a horse galloping in the sunset. And I was thinking, oh, Pat McGrath is gonna do her version of a sunset palette. Well, maybe this is her version of a sunset palette. But that poster was something that if you had shown 11-year-old Angie that in the 90s, I would have been like, oh, can I put that in my room? Like, it was just such a 90s poster revival. That poster would have been perfect in my room, and the black would have been velvet. Do you remember? I surely remember having at least one poster with like the rainbow or the sunset print with the velvet flocking. What were we thinking? Surely there had to be something in the water. I just really thought that, like, oh, she's giving us something else. And I don't know why I thought that. Maybe that's on me. Like, fool me once, shame on you. But fool me 3,654 times, definitely shame on me. I just really thought... I don't know what I thought. Not this. Not this again. Again. Is there... Surely there has to be something else that you can do. Something else but pinks. I don't get it. That's where I'm gonna leave it. You can sign up for early access right now. I will leave a link down below. Maybe you are the kind of person that's like collecting these. I don't know, but just I want to try more eyeshadows from Pat McGrath so bad, but I just can't get on board. Another thing that I saw where I raised my eyebrow a little bit is that Glamlite was announcing another collab, and I was like, surely they are not okay. They need an intervention, and they need it ASAP. And I was almost getting a little bit like, didn't we just have something? But then I read the fine print, and then I listened to what the owner said, and the owner said that this collection is releasing in September, and the reason why they are announcing it so early is because they want to make sure that they are ordering enough stock just to gauge the interest, so that they are ordering enough stock so they don't sell out as quickly as they did with the Chucky collection. And then it makes a little bit more sense. So this Glamlite and Ghostface from the Scream movies, it's being released in September, but they're just like letting people know now to gauge the interest of like how popular it's going to be, so that they know how much stock to get. I'm very excited about this, and honestly, I do think that the Chucky collection was really on brand and it was really fun. I do know that they're making more horror themed things in September, and I really hope that it's not getting oversaturated. Who knows, honestly, who knows? But at least the Chucky collection was really good quality, and I was not surprised, but I was pleasantly made aware of how gorgeous the quality was of the latest Hershey collection as well when I tried it out Wednesday. I think I had a video Wednesday where I was doing 4 different eyeshadow palettes recently released indie eyeshadow palettes. One of them is actually the Bella Beauté bar palette that's being released on the 24th, and the other one is the Fighter palette that I keep calling the Warrior palette. How many of you have been annoyed by that? I've been annoyed by that. How many? Raise a hand. I'll raise 2 hands. By Fantasy Cosmetica, that actually released yesterday, the 20th, as you're watching this. So those are available now, and if you're interested in that, do check it out. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with this in Glamlite, because I know nothing about horror movies. I literally avoid them like the plague. I have watched the Scream movies, but I will say I don't enjoy them because I don't like being scared. I was even, and this is like, it pains me to say this, but like I was invited to a movie premiere and it was of a horror movie, so I had to decline. do it. I can't do it. It physically makes me angry and uneasy. And the brand that invited me just laughed because I was like, I'm so sorry. Any other movie, but not this one. I can't. It makes me sad. But yeah, let me know if you're interested in this or not, because I know there are so many horror fans that are super excited about this. I'm just like, I don't know, okay? I don't know. Another thing that a lot of people were super excited when they saw, and this is the Colourpop and Naruto. Am I saying that correctly? Naruto. I have no idea. I asked my husband, because my husband watches anime. My husband is a night owl and I'm a morning person, so I get a lot of work done in the morning, and my husband gets a lot of anime watched in the evenings when I'm asleep. So he likes to watch anime, so I showed him the logo, and I'm like, is this famous? And he was like, this is a big one. This is a really big anime, one of the biggest in the world, probably the most well known for the US market. And I was like, okay, so that makes sense where people were super excited. I've never watched it, so I cannot say anything about, does this make sense? Because I have no idea. Does this make sense? Maybe. I do not know. I will say, when I saw the blue and when I saw the blue and the orange, I was like, ooh, this could be good. This could be like the Glamlite and Frosted Flakes, but like make it Colourpop. Then I remember that it is a collab, and they always do a more muted version with some neutrals when they do a collab. I wish they wouldn't play it this safe, because I will say, this palette, I don't know if it represents the series or not. I clearly have no idea. I've never watched it, but I will say it looks exactly like a bunch of their other collab palettes. Like, I really wish they would just take a couple of more chances when it comes to their collab palettes, because you cannot tell me that every anime series has this color story. Really? A blue, a green, an orange, a yellow, a red, and a bunch of neutrals? I'm having a hard time accepting the fact that is the color story of every cartoon or anime in the world. Even the Snow White palette, like this, that also had this color story. I think even some of the Star Wars, like, really, a mini rainbow palette and a handful of neutrals. That's the collab that we're getting from Colourpop. Gotta snap out of it, Colourpop, okay? Gotta snap out of it. This one is being delivered today to me, and I was really hoping that I was going to be able to film with it, but I'm actually heading out to an event today with my husband. I actually was able to bring a +1, so I'm gonna bring my husband, and tomorrow we were thinking that we were gonna do something together, so maybe I'll do a bonus video with this, but honestly, this week has been rough, so it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. Speaking of things that I have been doing this week, Clionadh released 2 new collections, and they released them yesterday. I don't know if they're sold out or not, and they also did restock their stained glass, and they're having a stained glass sale on their site. I did do a video yesterday where I was swatching the new shades, and I do have video swatching each and every stained glass single that's available from Clionadh, in case you were interested. I don't know what's in stock or not now, but during their sale you can stack a code on top of it. I will pop up codes here on the screen if I have any, and I will put them in the description box. All information I have will be down in the description box, together with affiliated links and affiliated codes in case you're interested in using something like that. But just know that if you were interested in Clionadh, I would say pause this video and go and check now and then come back. Another brand that is doing a sale now is Sydney Grace. Sydney Grace always does like Christmas in July, where they're having a bunch of different deals, and they usually have one different deal for a different day. So it's like they're releasing a bunch of new things, and I will try and see if I can link a post. Remind me if I forget. Link a post down below where you can read up more about this Christmas in July sale. I think it is starting. I don't even know when it's starting. I think it's starting on the 24th. So do check that out. And they are launching a couple of new palettes. They're launching, let's be honest, they're launching neutral palettes, which is what Sydney Grace does. And there's nothing wrong with that. Every brand has their thing. I feel like Sydney Grace is the neutral mama of the indie community. They usually do not venture out of neutral palettes, and they usually do not venture out of regular mattes, regular metallics, and regular like shimmers or satins. I have not really seen them do palettes with like sparkly shades or toppers or duochromes or multichromes. Maybe duochromes I have seen, but usually they're more in the traditional formulas and the traditional color stories. So if that is something that you are looking for, Sydney Grace does those formulas absolutely beautiful. And the palette that they're releasing is a neutral palette that is almost a half neutrals and a half cool tone neutrals, like neutral neutrals. Does this make sense? And then there is one that is neutrals with more blue leaning shades and almost like olivey shades. And then there is one that has some raspberry, like more pinky berry tones in there as well. Again, these are not perfect for me. I'm a happy clown, I want the colorful life, but they might be perfect for you, so do check it out because they usually have really good deals during their sale. Let's talk about the one thing that I actually bought, and that is that BH Cosmetics actually released some new things. I'm still wondering a little bit what happened with BH Cosmetics, and I kind of want to film a video trying some of the new things that I bought from them, because I have bought some things and I tried some in the video that was Dead Beauty Brands. I tried some things there and I have been reviewing them a bit like behind the scenes after using them, but now they released a liquid blush, a lip oil, and a lip gloss. And I did buy 2 of the lip oils and I did buy 1 of the liquid blushes. Obviously I bought the one it was called like something that made it seem like it was gonna be orange. And I was like, yeah, I do want that. So I will be trying those out. The brand has not released any eyeshadow palettes that wasn't already in production since they got bought by Makeup Revolution. And I'm kind of wondering how long it is gonna take. And I'm also wondering if the snags that Makeup Revolution has been experienced as of late, if they're also affecting what's going on behind the scenes with BH Cosmetics, because it has shown since Makeup Revolution bought BH Cosmetics that Makeup Revolution themselves are also going through some troubles, and they had to change out their CEO, I think, if I'm not 100% mistaken, and they were having some problems with the stocks. There were some altercations going on, so I don't know if that's also affecting why it's moving so slowly with BH Cosmetics, but they have been coming out with some products as of late, and I will say, out of the products that I've been trying so far, the glowy blush and the highlighter are really nice, really, really good quality. The bronzer, the powder bronzer, I don't love as much. The cream bronzer I think is really good. It's like an equal quality to what Makeup Revolution has in cream bronzers, which are really good. Oh wait, this is not true. I actually did buy one other thing, and this is a new fragrance from Phlur. I do own one fragrance, I think, from Phlur. I think I only own the Tangerine Boy because I did give away the Solar Power one. I actually gave that to my friend Kelly, K Bella Beauty, because it was more a scent for her than it was a scent for me. But this one, the Father Figure, oh my god, I have a hair in front of my eyes, I can't see it. This one is a vivid green fragrance, which I love. I want a green fragrance. I don't want a floral fragrance. It is an earthy, woody, lush fig jasmine dew sandalwood fragrance, and I really hope that this is gonna be green and not floral. This is actually being delivered today. I bought it from Sephora, and I also bought that new blush from Give Beauty that I talked about last week. So I am excited to see what I think about this. I will of course let you know how I feel about this one. I'm so intrigued by this one, but I will say, have you noticed that fragrances are coming out at a rapid speed as of late? I wonder if they have been bitten by the same bug that bit the makeup community in 2016-17. And I also wonder what that means for the fragrance community when things are speeding up at this rapid rate, because it's a lot. It's been a lot as of late. This is a formula that I've heard a lot of people really, really rave about and really, really love. And this is the Phantom Volumizing Glossy Balms from Hourglass. And they're coming out with 4 new shades. And they all seem to be more neutral shades going from light to dark, and I honestly think that these look really nice. I actually, you know how sometimes you don't even realize a product exists, and then all of a sudden you see like 3-4 different people using or mentioning or wearing this product, and you're like, well, isn't this a happy coincidence? So I'm actually really intrigued. I want to see this one in real life. Like, I want to step into a store and swatch it and see if I think that this one will stand out in my collection, because I do have quite a few like glowy, glossy lip balm lipstick hybrids in my collection that I really love. So it really needs to stand out for me to like purchase it and invest in it. But I will say this formula has quickly gone from who is she to I really need to check it out. Another brand that has released some new lip products is Patrick Ta. These are the Monochrome Moment Silky lip creams. I don't know if these are new or not, if these are just new shades. I cannot really tell from this one. You're gonna have to let me know if this is a new formula or if these are just new shades, because I know that the other one, the Major Headlines Matte Suede Lipstick, that is an existing product, right? And there's just new shades coming out, and it seems to all be pinky neutral shades, which is lovely, but not on me. A lot of these pinky neutral shades, if they just have a sliver of too much pink on them, they're just gonna look super pink on my lips, because I do not have a pink in my undertone, so it can clash with my skin's undertone. So if it's gonna be something that has pink in it, I want it to be darker than a nude on me, because I don't like that like light Barbie lip on me. So sometimes what looks great on others doesn't look great on you, and that's also why it's sometimes so important to like try it out yourself. And yeah, I don't think that these are gonna be perfect for me, but I will say the packaging is really pretty. We haven't heard a lot about Stila lately, but they are coming out with a all-in-one sculpt and glow, all-in-one contouring and highlighting palette, and I suddenly feel like I've been transported back to 2017. For me, this is not what I'm looking for, but I will say I do think that there could be a moment for these kind of things in 2023 and 2024, because we are going into, a lot of people are loving more effortless, on the go, easy makeup, makeup no makeup, and also the, I don't know how to explain it, but like the dual products and all of that. And it's not for me, it's not my journey. I'd rather not do makeup if push comes to shove, but I do think that there could be a market for these. What I'm not totally understanding is why it seems to be one colorway. Is there only one? An all-in-one palette in one colorway? That I don't know if I'm agreeing with. Here's something that I would never buy, and I just really do not understand. Why does this exist? And this is a loose powder blush from Givenchy. And when I hear it, I'm like, first of all, loose products, I tend to avoid them to the best of my ability. A loose powder can be really nice, but overall, loose products, it's just a mess. It just ends up everywhere. And I really don't think that, like, sometimes a loose product, it can only be this good because it's loose. Sometimes a loose powder, it can only be that good because it's loose. Sometimes a loose shadow, it can only be that reflective. It can only be that sparkly because it's loose. Like, you cannot press something like this because you lose the magic. A blush, you can very much press. Like, you can press that. And I also think that, like, it's so fascinating that when I hear people talk about this, oh, it's like 4 shades, you can mix them, you can use them separately. And I just want to be like, how? How are you going to use this separately? Like, we're all seeing that there's not any flaps or separate lids. There is nothing to hold. Like, what are you, oh, wow. Help me help you. What are you seeing that I'm not seeing? How do you think that you're going to be able to just dust one color out? Are you gonna hold your hand over the other ones? Are you gonna tape the 3 other holes? I'm just not seeing the vision that people are seeing. Or maybe you're supposed to like put the lid on and then shake it out and then pull it back and then just use. I just do not understand why the loose thing was needed. A loose powder for the face, I get it, but blush? I'm going on and on about this and you're probably like, bitch, we don't care, move on. I'm just not seeing the vision. Not seeing the vision. Here's something that we've also seen 2 million times, and at least this brand put horses on the front, and this is from Chantecaille. Chantecaille is coming out with a Mustang collection. I mean, at least there's horses on the front. I mean, Pat McGrath could have put a horse on the front and I would have at least understood the marketing before, but yeah, they're doing 4 brown shimmer eyeshadows. I am so sure that I've seen this before from Chantecaille. But now instead of turtles and stuff they've done before, now they're doing horses. Surely this brown metallic is not that unique. Because the eyeshadow, oh, there are 2 matte and 2 pearlescent one. 56 for a single. You heard that correctly. 56 for one single shadow. Yeah, there's a horsey on the front, but like, it's not an actual horse. We're all aware of this, right? KimChi Chic has dropped a new palette. This is the Spacey Nudes palette. It's only $12. For me, this is not and again, I'm just speaking for me. If you love browns and you mostly want to wear mattes, which to be fair, I mostly want to wear mattes when it comes to neutrals, maybe this is perfect for you. But I do think that with a 10-pan palette, with a neutral theme, I think there could have been more variation in the palette than what I'm seeing here. Yes, it is going from really light to really dark. There is one shimmer in here, but some of these mattes look very similar. Maybe they're not when you see it in real life, but again, this is the official product photography, and if that is not showing the palette out of its absolute best angle, then what was even the point of this picture? These are the Charlotte Tilbury Beach Sticks, and these are, wow, these are $39 each. I mean, Charlotte Tilbury is expensive, but yeah, that's also very expensive. But these are cream blushes, and it says these are back, so I'm guessing that this is something that the brand has had from before. This is not something that I feel like I need to pick up, but I will say Charlotte Tilbury does cheek products really, really, really well. But I just bought that warm pink shimmery blush that, spoiler alert, if you have not seen my rankings that I had last week on my channel, was that last week? I think it was last week. Maybe you need to check it out because the Charlotte Tilbury new blush was pretty high in the ranking, just letting you know. But I think I'm gonna opt out of this one, but I honestly think the colors look really beautiful. I could be convinced. Another brand that is jumping on the bright pink, oh, like this is not over. This is not over. Barbie core is taking over the world. This is Tower 28. They're also coming out with a blush in the bright pink. Like I've said before, the release of the Barbie movie and the love for bright pink cheeks, it just created this perfect storm in the makeup community where these like things just collided, and now we're seeing bright pink everything everywhere. And like I said before, pink is not my favorite color when it comes to makeup, except on eyeshadow. I love pink eyeshadow, but I don't want it on my cheeks, and I don't want it on my lips, and I definitely don't want it in my complexion products. But I totally see if you love Tower 28 and if you want to jump on, although a bit late, this pink cheek trend, maybe this is perfect for you. I don't want it. e.l.f. has collabed with, I think this is gamer and streamer Loser Fruit, and this collection is inspired by her logo, which is a strawberry. And I think this is really cool, and I'm excited to see gamers get more recognition even in the beauty community. This is a little face palette for eyes and face, a lip mask, and a makeup sponge. That makeup sponge looks very similar to the Glamlite strawberry makeup sponge, so I thought that was really interesting. I honestly think that this looks really cute. Again, this isn't for me. I mean, even though I look at this and I'm like, there's nothing wrong with it, it's not something that draws me in. I want something that's a little bit more dramatic, but I still think it's pretty cute, and hopefully it does really well for her. Like I said, I love seeing my two interests collide, gaming and makeup. Speaking of Barbie, also, just so you know, Zara has released a collection together with Barbie, and it's not just clothes, it's also some body products. It is an eau de parfum and it is a shimmering body oil. And these are fairly affordable and they are available at Zara right now. I actually saw it on the Zara website, so if this is something that you're interested in, definitely go and check it out. Speaking of expanding your lip line with new colors, Urban Decay is doing a collab with Chloe Cherry, which I honestly had no idea who she was, so I actually sat down and googled her this morning, and apparently she is an adult actress turned into an actress on Euphoria, and she's also the spokesperson for Urban Decay, and now they're coming out with a collab together, and they're doing 4 new shades in the Vice Bond lipsticks. I did not like the Vice Bonds. I thought they were extremely sticky and heavy and uncomfortable on the lips, so I really didn't like them. But with that being said, I think the shades that are shown here look really nice. Another collab that actually dropped as I'm filming this, so it is available now. This is the collab between Morphe and Meredith Duxbury. I know who she is. I actually follow her on TikTok, but I don't really watch TikTok, and I watched makeup on TikTok so seldom that when I bring up the TikTok app, all the TikTok app is showing me is cats, dogs, and goats, and the occasional llama. So I don't know really what's going on her TikTok, but she is the one that's doing a lot of like foundation on her face. And when I say that, you probably know who I'm talking about. Really gorgeous lady, and now she's collabing with Morphe. I wonder how long this has been in the making, because Morphe does not have the best reputation at this point. I mean, they almost went bankrupt, and when they were in the court hearings for almost going bankrupt, it did surface that they were not paying the influencers that they were collabing with, and I wonder how uncomfortable that situation made Meredith, because she probably have had this contract signed with them for longer than a year, because I know how long it takes to make a collab. It's a really long process. So imagine having a contract signed with Morphe, and then all these things starts to resurface on how they own people that they've collabed with before. Millions. I'd be a little uncomfortable, so I really hope that this pans out for her. Really hope they're paying her, and I just really hope that this turns out good for her. I will say, every time Morphe does a collab with someone, they seem to come out with their version of a rainbow palette. Nothing wrong with that, but I think that this is really cute, and I am loving some of the bright shades. I just don't want another big palette in my life right now. I was actually contemplating of buying this to review it, but I'm like, I just really want to take it slow for another month and then jump into fall season. So I opted out, but I know my friend Heather Austin did buy this one. So if you're interested in seeing a very unbiased review on this one, definitely check out her channel soon. Trixie Cosmetics has also come up with a new collection, and this is Camp Trixie. And I really love the double meaning of this collection. I just think it's really cool with the camp and also like summer camp. Honestly, the marketing for this one, the marketing pictures for this one, they're just super cool. So if you want to see some really good marketing, I definitely think you should go into their Instagram and check their pictures, because I think that they did this really good. And these are cream bronzers, shimmer toppers, socks, shirt, and glasses. But the cream bronzers look like, we know I'm eyeing that. Should I try it? Do I need another cream bronzer? No, I do not. But it looks cute. Did you try this? Because I did try the blush stick in that packaging with the heart, and I did like that one. Should I try this one? Should I try more Trixie Cosmetics? And I know every time I say that, I get so many people saying, yeah, yes, yes, yes. So give me some thoughts. I've never tried anything from Rituel de Fille, but they are releasing a Thorn Bite Peptide Plump Lip Cream Oil. That is a really, really long name, but I do really like how this looks on her lips, on the model's lips. And I also really like the colors that they've chosen for these. I feel like these are really nice muted colors. I think it looks really, really nice. These are available now. And I think that these look very, very promising. I've never tried anything from the brand. I always thought that they are more the, you know, effortless it girl signature look kind of a makeup brand, and I don't feel like it's maybe for me, but I don't know. Oh, it seems like they this is an old formula. They just released 3 new colors. Anyways, either way, they look great. Okay, let's talk about 3 sneak peeks that are like stuff that we're going to talk about later. The first one is from Gourmand Girls, and they're saying get ready for something deadly July 27th. And I'm not 100% sure if this is going to be released on the 27th or if it's going to be sneak peeked on the 27th, but either way, I cannot wait to show you what this is. I think this is supposed to be for like Halloween season, which I feel is a little early, but maybe it's also because I've like never properly celebrated Halloween, so maybe I'm just not getting the hype for the season, but either way, coming soon. And it's the same with Nomad Cosmetics. They're also sneak peeking something for the Halloween season, and this is launch to be announced, and then spooky season, are you ready? What do you think this is going to be? This is a destination-based indie brand. And the last sneak peek is from Fenty. This is actually a reel. You can go in and watch the reel if you want to see the sneak peek. And it says, you're gonna want a taste of this, pick your flavor. So this is a sneak peek of something that's coming soon from Fenty. And I will say, it looks really intriguing. And I like the blue and the blue and the orange. What's not to love? So I have no idea what this is going to be, but I hope it's going to be something fun and exciting. Should I just double check so we're not getting something announced that we should? Nope, I cannot see anything, so we're scooching back. Oh my, I really need a lunch break and a snack, and I don't know, a shot, a drink, a nap. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day, an amazing Friday, an amazing weekend, and I will see you again. Well, I will see you on Monday, but maybe there will be a bonus video with the Colourpop and Naruto collab. I'm not 100% sure, but keep your eyes open. We'll see what happens. Bye!